Hey everyone, I'm back with another episode of Let's Review. It's Love Gaming Retro here, and today we are talking about a game that's extremely old, but thought I'd go through what I thought of this game before the latest game comes out in November this year. I'll be reviewing God of War 3 Remastered. Now, what did I expect from God of War 3? I knew it wouldn't be on the level as God of War 2018, but I thought to some degree the story would keep me enticed and keep me glued to the game, but I'll let you know my thoughts at the end of the video. To get the full understanding of the God of War storyline, it's best to play all of the games in the series, but many people haven't. This game is heavily based on Greek mythology, and you get to meet and fight some epic Greek gods, such as the one and only Hercules.
Zeus, the big guy, he should die!
Not that Hercules, he actually looks like this instead.
Hello, brother. Ha! Perhaps he did allow me to kill the Nemean lion.
The story starts with Kratos being a Spartan who was about to lose in battle, praying to Ares, who was the god of war at that time, to give him and his army the power to win the battle. Ares did this, and in return, Kratos had to work for Ares and be his puppet warrior, so to speak. Ares then tricks Kratos into killing his own family by transporting them to the village that Kratos was destroying at that time. Once Kratos realized what he did, he seeks out revenge on Ares and becomes the new god of war. Zeus then gets jealous of the power Kratos receives and thought Kratos would kill him, just like Zeus did to his own father, so Zeus attempts to kill Kratos and takes his power away.
You will never be the ruler of Olympus.
Kratos will now destroy any god that gets in his way of getting to his father Zeus.
Zeus! Your son has returned. I bring the destruction of Olympus!
Kratos, other than being called God of War, has another name which is Ghost of Sparta, but let's find out more about why and how he got that name at the end of the video. Guys and girls, don't forget to subscribe, like and comment if you love reviews and news on PlayStation games, as it will continue helping this channel grow. Although playing the God of War games in the wrong order as I played the 2018 God of War first, I'm really trying hard not to compare one game to the other, as they are completely different games with minor similarities being the fact that you still have to control the main character Kratos, of course, and a couple of other things such as the chests you open, as well as the somewhat button bashing technique needed to kill your enemies. Be prepared for blisters on that right thumb of yours. The truth is, the gameplay is nothing to sing about. In fact, some parts of the gaming experience I found quite poor, starting with the camera angles. This is probably the first game I've played in years where you don't need to use the right analog stick to help with your viewing camera angles. It relies on just the left analog stick, and there are times you need to see other sections of where you're going but have to wait for the camera to do its own thing. Annoying as hell. You also get the feeling that this was made for the arcades, then developed later for game consoles because of the constant writing on the screen when you perform a vast amount of hits in a row. Really is a very retro feeling that I used to experience when playing games like Street Fighter. There are some pretty cool features in the game, mainly the weapons you get, as every time you kill a Greek god, you collect their main weapon, and Hades' weapon. It got me through some tough spots which I appreciated. Being able to swing on chains to jump to other platforms is also something that I enjoyed, when I was able to jump accurately on the other platforms, that is, as this game is such a fast paced game, so it can be easy to miss something or take a wrong step. I felt the gameplay didn't do the game justice and the controls let the game down, but felt I kept carrying on and giving the game more chances, mainly because I love the franchise. Remastered or not, and being over 7 years old, this graphics are nowhere near breathtaking. Even though it came out on the PS4, the graphics could have been so much better. However, if the gameplay controls and camera angles were a lot smoother, it may not have bothered me that much. There were times I even saw things you'd expect in a PS2 game. I love Greek mythology and also loved God of War 2018, so I really wanted to go back and play this to gain a more deeper understanding of the story of Kratos, and the difference in character and how he was before having Atreus, at least before Ragnarok gets released. I loved the narrative between Kratos and the Greek gods. It's really cool to sit back and watch in the cutscenes.
Isn't it? You were always Zeus's favorite.
The air on Olympus affects your thinking, brother. Zeus has no favorites.
Also, being able to fight the Greek gods is somewhat pretty cool. I also enjoyed the way you have to work out how to solve puzzle-like objectives to progress throughout the game. But unfortunately, as much as I wanted to love this game, I just couldn't. If you're thinking of picking up this game for the same reasons I did, I'd say it's not worth it. I'm going to be really critical with this and will have to give this game a mediocre 5.0 or a 5 as a rating score. So why was Kratos called the Ghost of Sparta? As the temple burned, a village oracle cursed Kratos and condemned him to wear the mask of his terrible deed, the ashes of his family, which turned his skin pale white. That's all from me. Subscribe and stay tuned as I'll be discussing another game next week. Stay with Love Gaming Retro for much more reviews and news, all for you.